The Platters, The Great Pretender, a big hit for them in 1955. But this is 1961. How does that work? Well, listen and I'll tell you in this commentary. It is 1961, and this is one additional thought about my early days in Nashville and WENO Radio. While I did work at WENO Radio, at the time the only country music station in the country music capital of the world, it was only in a basic board operator / junior announcer capacity. If need be, I knew I could be replaced within 5 minutes by any number of 100 other fellow radio bug kids. So I felt simply overwhelmed when I was invited to the station party at the home of the station general manager, high in the hills overlooking Nashville. The roads curve around up there. You don't see many of the palatial homes from the main road. You mainly look for the house numbers on the mailboxes. There are no names on the boxes, just numbers. I found the right number, and there were quite a few cars parked along either side of the road in that area. I parked where I could and started walking down the long paved driveway. It kind of meandered along, and when I was still a long way from the main house, I could hear music wafting through the air. As I got closer, I realized what the music was. The Platters and their hit, The Great Pretender. I thought to myself, this must be some kind of mistake, the wrong house and the wrong party. I mean, this was a country music radio station party with the cream of country music disc jockeys. Would they be playing the Platters? Well, apprehensively, I continued to approach what turned out to be an almost palace-like setting. It was the right place, the right party, and I had a great evening, schmoozing with all the bigwigs and station employees. But the main revelation I had that night was that these people don't eat and sleep country music. They're professionals doing a job. Their personal lives might be quite different. This revelation broadened my outlook on life in general and also broadened my professional outlook. It was another instructional moment along the highway of life. But I wondered about that tune I heard coming up to the party house that night. Because it was, in fact, The Great Pretender.
Pretending that you're still around.
I can't stop loving you. I've made up my mind.
After graduating from Mid-South Electronics School, and knowing that working at WENO Radio would probably remain part-time indefinitely, I came back to West Palm Beach and began applying at all the local stations. And finally, persistence paid off.
Has anybody seen that tiger?
Hi, Jim Ferguson here, inviting you to join me on the Jim Ferguson noon to 3 spree, and again from 5 until 7 on the WHEW Drive Home Safely Show. Sure would like to have you, because we're going to have a ball in the hall, y'all, and that's what you call Southern Drawl. See ya.
Has anybody seen that tiger?
Stand by, East Coast, Florida, from WHEW, the home of the good guys. It's the Jim Ferguson Show.
Don't be nervous, don't be rocky. You're a teenage disc jockey now.
I got burned.
I got burned! A lot of the past directed to it. Peanuts! We're gonna split the news, Swinger. Have no fear, though. We'll be waiting on the flip of the news with a stick of dynamite. This is WHEW 1600 Golden Record Radio in Riviera Beach. Eastern Standard Time, 7:30.
As the Telstar satellite circles the world, WHEW news reporters circle the Earth to bring you WHEW headline news.
The Pentagon has revealed an overflight of the American aircraft carrier Constellation by 4 Russian planes. President Kennedy is in Costa Rica with heads of 6 Central American republics to talk over hemispheric problems. James Hoffa of the Teamsters Union has charged the labor movement in America is facing a great crisis. Revised street level temperature for the metropolitan Palm Beach is 80, that's 80 degrees.
Radio 160 headline news. No sooner done than said.
in a package labeled dynamite. I want
And with the big explosion, we're off and running on sound stage number 3 of the WPM Big Sound Survey. For this March the 18th and Monday, let's go 20 miles with that Chevy Checker type guy. Reducing plan.
20 miles from my house to your house. 20 miles.
The number 8 sound on the fabulous 50 at WHEW at 35 minutes past the hour of 7. The weather for the Metropolitan Palm Beach is fair and continued warm through Tuesday. High in the mid-80s, low 70 to 73, mostly southeasterly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour.
By the station early in the morning, met a little girl about as cute as she could be. See the little upper valleys all in her own.
And if you happen to be down by the station early in the morning, you can hear the Jack Triplett Show about 6 a.m. That's pretty early in the morning, but it's worth it because he's a swinging guy. Here's today's health tip from the American Medical Association. Sleep is important to health, and if you find that sleeping 2 or 3 hours longer during a 24-hour period makes you feel more refreshed, it might be that you are habitually depriving yourself of sleep. So you test your sleep needs next weekend.
Magic dragon lived by the sea in a land called Honolulu.
The story of a fag and dragon. Puff! Here's Tamita Joe. She says even if he does smoke, keep your hands off of him. 18 minutes in front of 8. Fun video time.
Take your hands off of him. He got you to.
From out of the past, Tamita Joe.
He's mine, oh mine, no matter what you do.
On the WPM Big Sound Survey Show.
Take your hands off of him. He don't.
Mark that time, 16 in front of 8.
Radio 1 here in our town, the station with the $1 million song. The music you like is the music we play. The top of the news as it happens these days. It's wonderful WHEW. Color Channel 60.
This is Richard Chamberlain. I'd like to talk to you about the proud position of officer in the United States Navy. Navy OCS represents one of the most important steps a college graduate can take toward a career dedicated to serving our country. Ask your Navy recruiter how you can become a part of our American heritage by serving as an officer in our mighty Navy.
From the pick album of the week, this is Lawrence Welk. Walk right in. Revised street level temperature for the Metropolitan Palm Beach is standing at 80. That's 80 degrees. Little Peggy March now. No matter where he goes, I'll follow him. For this March 18th, the Monday type WPM Spectacular. Currently number 41 on the fabulous 50 at WHEW. I will follow him. Stand by for Buddy Holly and Peggy Sue.
If you knew Peggy Sue, then you would know why I feel blue.
On this WPM March 18th Monday type Spectacular, it's 9 minutes in front of 8.
When those oldies play, we listen.
Those are the Diamonds wailing there. With a real gem of a record. It's called Diamonds. And it wraps up soundstage number 4, the WPM Big Sound Survey for this March the 18th Monday time. Hope it's not blue. Stand by at the top of the hour for this Golden Hit Parader.
From the top of your dial, 1600 radio. The top of the news.
At 7:55, these news stories are on the move. Tallahassee. Florida's prison system reported today a net decline in inmate population during the past month of 13 prisoners. The prison division said that inmate population is now 7,685 compared to 7,698 last month. Cape Canaveral. A British rocket expert said today that Great Britain plans to launch its first Blue Streak space rocket from Australia next year. Robert Hum of the de Havilland company that built the Blue Streak said the initial shot will be a suborbital shot over a 1,250-mile. This week, rating a big number 41 on the Fabulous 50. And you might be young and in love, but you better be safety smart. Use your head to protect your whole body. The National Safety Council says be careful on the way to and from school. Obey traffic lights, traffic policemen, and traffic signs. Your school safety patrols are there to keep you from getting hurt in traffic, so obey them too. And remember, safety smart kids have more fun and fewer accidents. So if you're young and in love, be smart, huh? And watch out, because it could be dangerous. I know, says Tommy Rowe.
Baby, you're cute. Oh, no, not again.
And actually, that's not Tommy Rowe, that's Tommy Mano. They rhyme, though, don't they, huh? On Fun Radio? Forget it.
The news, electronic news from the north, south, east, and the west. On WHEW, from our Action Central, the news is immediate flash. Extra electronic news, live at 55. Here they come, straight and tall. They're the proudest of them all. The United States Marine Corps.
See your Marine recruiter and convince him you can qualify.
The Marine Corps, Bill Smith.
I was going to join the Marine Corps one time, but they didn't build me a man. They built me a nut. Here we go, Steve Allen, the pick album of the week. It's Whistle Bait. That's Steve Allen, and the pick album of the week, and that one was entitled Whistle Bait. And then there was a time I was going to join the Navy, but they found out I couldn't float, so they canceled that. Here's Elliot Ness and his mess.
By combining the varied talents and skill of thousands of men into a unified power, the United States Navy preserves our country's freedom.
The WPM Big Sound Survey at 7 minutes past 10. Bob B. Sox is singing for you on this March the 28th with 68 degrees revised street level temperature, and it's tagged.
I love